Guys, it's Andy here, and today we're going to be doing, it's more of a collection video than a declutter for my base products because I only decluttered 2 things, but we're going to go ahead and just get into it. But before we do, this look was done, of course, over on my TikTok. As always, my socials are linked down in the description box, as well as just anything that I'm wearing will be down there. And then before you ask, I had carpal tunnel surgery. I am fine. Surgery went great. So in the next few videos, you'll just be seeing me in this. But it's not going to stop the makeup or the videos this time because I'm right-handed, and so we're good to go. But let's just go ahead and jump on into it. Alright, so for base products. Oh, I didn't get out. I'm just going to start with what's in my everyday makeup bag. So, for powder, I have 1 loose and 1 pressed powder in my everyday makeup bag. My loose powder is from Cosmetiks, and it is in NO2 Cool Neutral. I got this in an Ipsy Plus. I chose this, and I really like this powder. My only qualm with it is it's extremely messy. The sifter, the holes were way too big and too much product came out. So I thought, oh, I'll remove the stopper, and it's still just as messy. So that's my only qualm, but the powder is really, really nice, and it's a really good shade match. It sets my makeup really well. Love it. For a pressed powder, I have, this is from Pure Cosmetiks, and it is the 4-in-1 pressed mineral powder with SPF 15. It's just a little mini. I got this in an Ipsy, just the regular glam bag, probably last summer, and I never used it because I'm not that into pressed powder, but I'm trying to get better about using SPF. So on days that I go out of the house, I really try to make it a point to wear this. So those are the 2 powders I keep in here. For setting sprays, I keep the Urban Decay All Nighter. Again, if I'm going out of the house, I wear that. If I'm just filming, I'm trying to use up my ColourPop Pretty Fresh. This is fine. I would not repurchase this because it doesn't do much for my makeup. Like it's just a spray. Like it feels more like a facial spray than a setting spray because it doesn't really prolong the wear of my makeup. It doesn't do much else, but it feels nice. It's a very fine mist. I have 3 primers in my bag currently, but they are 3 minis because normally I would try to only keep 2, but they're all minis, so I don't feel as bad. So I have the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, which I'm almost done with, and I've been really enjoying. I have the Smashbox Photo Finish. This is fine. So I would purchase the full size of the Hydro Grip. I would not purchase this. This doesn't do much. It feels nice on the skin, but it doesn't do anything in terms of help my makeup. And then I have the First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. And actually, we will spoil that, in my backups, I just purchased the full size of that. So that primer is amazing. For foundations, I currently have 4 in here, and I will explain. So, 1 is a teeny tiny sample, and this is the Too Faced Born This Way matte. If I have to leave the house, this is what I'm wearing, because this does not budge for me, and it's almost gone. I have 1, maybe 2 full faces left of this foundation, so that stays in here. I have the Yensa Super Serum Silk Foundation, and I go the Too Faced is in the shade Snow. This is in the shade Light Medium. This is a serum foundation, and I really love the finish. These are dupes for each other. I've done a few TikToks about it. We have the Shiseido Synchro Skin Radiant Foundation and the NYX Born to Glow. So I've been really enjoying both of these, and I'm almost out of this. So I've been keeping both in here because I'm about to finish this, and then I'm going to only be keeping this. So in the Shiseido, I have the shade Opal, and then in the NYX, I have the shade Porcelain. So that's why I keep all of these in here. Normally, I would only have 2 foundations, but I have it's for science. And then I have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have 5 concealers in here. But again, for science, I'll explain. So, I have the Tarte Shape Tape and the Tarte Glow Wand. These are still brand new to me, so I'm still testing these. They might not stay in here. They weren't in my Shop My Stash, but they're being tested. My NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer, I pair with the Serum Foundation and or the Synchro Skin. I really like this concealer, which I have in the shade Vanilla. The Superstay Activewear 30 Hour. This is what I pair with the Too Faced Born This Way matte, because this concealer, which I have this in the shade 10, this does not budge and lasts all day. If I need a concealer that I'm going to wear all day, this is what I wear. And then I also have the Born to Glow, which I am also almost done with. So I got lots of products in here, but there are caveats to them. I promise. And then backup drawer. I try not to keep too many backups of products. And like I said, I already mentioned that I have this First Aid Beauty primer as a backup. So for primers, I have, is it just the 2? Yeah, I just have 2 other primers as backups. I have the Dr. Brandt Backlight Primer, which I got this in a BoxyCharm, and it was fine, so. And then I also have this Georgette Klinger Marula Primer, which I used this a while ago, because I got this several months ago, and then I just stopped using it. So as soon as I'm done with those minis, I'm going to be using this up, because it needs to get used. For setting spray, I only have one. I have 2 backups because I just bought these. And they are the Milani shimmer sprays, the holographic ones. And I have the gold and the shimmer. The gold and shimmer. The gold and silver shimmer sprays. Oh, and then I have, this is the Morphe and Madison Beer Lockdown Luminous Setting Spray. It's just gold, but I had a broken, it came broken, and then it broke even more after repressing it. It was a Super Shock, and it was purple. It was in the shade, I already moved it, but there was only a tiny bit left of it, enough for maybe 2 eye looks. So I put it in here to add some purple shimmer, because this already had all this gold shimmer in it, so I repurposed that, and that made me feel pretty awesome. I have 1 backup face powder, and it's the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder. I have 2 of backups of my Holy Grails. I have my black Milani Satin Matte Lipstick in the shade Leather, and last year's Wet n Wild blush in the shade Let's Get Smashed. And I might buy a backup of this year's blush, just to make sure that I have 1 of each. Now, I have 1 concealer. It's not a backup, but it's not in my rotation right now. And this is the Conceal and Hydrate from Makeup Revolution. And then for foundations, I have 3 that aren't in rotation and 2 that are backups. So this is one of my favorite foundations. It's the Hard Candy Glamouflage. This is unopened. I'm just trying to work through some more foundations before I open that. And then this is the Uoma Flawless IRL Skin Perfecting Foundation. This is also unopened. I've gone through a whole bottle of this. So again, just trying to work through a couple. I have the Makeup Revolution Stick Foundation. It's just not in my rotation right now. I do want to test that out again here soon, though, to see if I do still really like it. And then if I'm wanting another matte foundation, I have the Rimmel Stay Matte. And then last but not least, I have the Maybelline, the Green Edition Tinted Oil. And I did not think I was going to like this because I have oily skin. But as long as I prep this with a matte primer, like that First Aid Beauty one, this wore beautifully. And I was super surprised by that, honestly. So those are all my backups. Like I said, it's not for base products. It's not too terrible. Like, I'm not mad about it. And the lipstick and the blush aren't really base products, but I keep them in this drawer because they're backups and they're staying in this drawer for quite some time. So that is, I'm just making sure, double checking. do the scan. Oh, and then I'll show you the 2 declutters. The 2 things I decluttered are 2 e.l.f. primers. So this is the Puff Puff primer. This was fine. It just didn't do anything. It didn't do anything good or bad. And I just don't need primers that are going to not do anything for me. So I'm decluttering this. And then I'm also decluttering the e.l.f. Hydro Power Grip Primer. Because I tested this for almost a full week. I tested it against the Hydro Grip. I tested it by itself. And I don't like how sticky it is. Even, like, once I've done my entire makeup, set everything down, like, it's still sticky through all the layers of everything, and I don't like that. So I've tried to make this work. I've tried multiple ways. This one just isn't for me, guys. And that's okay. It is all right. I am not mad. That was a gift from a friend. She thought it would be nice because I like the Milk Makeup one so much, and it is a little pricey, a little bit, but it's fine. I will be okay. But yeah, that is everything. That is all of my things that I'm currently using, my backup base products. That is my base collection video. I didn't do too good of a declutter on that. But I wasn't going, not all of my categories. This declutter wasn't a, let's declutter 50%, 20%. It's just, I'm reorganizing my collection and some things need to go. Like, when you guys see my single shadows in my eyeshadow palettes, which are my next 2 videos, I did not do very well, but I wasn't expecting to. I did very good on lips. I think I did pretty good on cheek products. And I'm happy with that. I like my collection where it is. And I'm happy going forward. So, I will see you guys in the next one.